Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Cartman Bra. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite projects that's come out fairly recently, the game Colosseum from RAIDD Gaming. This has been a really great wax earner for me, returning wax just on a weekly basis from the different teams that I enter in the different tournaments that they have every week. Today we're going to do an introductory video that shows you how to get started in the game, how you go about getting cards, how you turn those cards into teams themselves, and then how you actually make those teams competitive so that you can win wax every week in the game. So let's get started. This is the RAIDD Gaming homepage itself. That's available at play.raiddgaming.com. RAIDD Gaming has two D's in it. Make sure you get that correct. RAIDD Gaming.com. From here, there's a couple different places you can click on. There is Inventory, Tournament, and Party. Today we're going to mainly focus on this Party section, and we're going to come back here in just a minute, but before we get into this page, we need to actually get ourselves some cards so that we can build out a party or a team to be able to play with. So let's get started on NeftyBlocks. So this is the NeftyBlocks page itself. You can find anything for the RAIDD Gaming Colosseum game under Colosseum 555. That is the collection name itself. So you'll find that on any of the exchanges, but NeftyBlocks is where the drops are and where you're able to open your packs from. So I'm going to come on NeftyBlocks and I'm going to purchase myself a pack so that I can build out a common team, or maybe a better team. We'll see what cards I get within the pack itself. So let's go to the drops section itself, and once it opens up, I'm going to look for a starter pack. Now these starter packs, they cost 38 RAIDD, so you have to purchase them with the in-game token itself, or I should say the project token itself. It's not just for use in-game, it's the project token. And they do come with 6 random cards. So what does that mean? It means that you're not necessarily going to get an entire team from just one pack. Because for an entire team, you actually need 4 separate cards, all of the same rarity. You need a wizard, a warrior, a cleric, and a rogue that are all the same rarity to build out one team. And on a single pack, you have a chance of getting all the different rarities, which is awesome because like a legendary card can be worth numerous hundred wax. So if you pull one out of one of these packs, like you've scored big time. So you may end up having to pick up multiple packs in order to build out the team that you want, depending on if you're trying to build a common team or an uncommon team. Or you could just go to the market itself if you wanted to purchase the cards directly and not go about it through the pack route. But personally, I'm a pack kind of guy. I think they're fun and I enjoy buying cards from packs. They do also have these starter packs available for wax. So if you prefer to buy them with wax, you can do so. They're 179 wax. But you save money by buying them with RAIDD. So it's just a much smarter buy to buy them using RAIDD. But that means we need to get RAIDD to be able to make this purchase. So to get the RAIDD to be able to make the purchase, we need to go to one of the exchanges on Wax. And I highly recommend that you purchase via Wax on Edge. Wax on Edge is where you're going to get the best rate available because it's going to check NeftyBlocks, Taco, Alcor, and a bunch of the other markets out there to find you the lowest rate possible. Now, I already have 187 RAIDD in my wallet. You can see that, right here. So I don't necessarily need to buy any, but I'm going to swap just 10 wax out. And that's going to get me 2.7 RAIDD. I'm just doing that for the purpose of the video. You can see up top I'm set to sell 10 wax, and that's going to buy me 2.7 raids, and I'm just going to click the swap button here. And then once that verifies and I sign the transaction in my WaxCloud wallet, I'll see the transaction was successful, and my raid balance now goes up to 190 raids. So I am good to go to purchase a pack now. So let's go back here, pay with raid for this 6-pack of cards, and let's click claim and spend that 38 raid. I'm hoping, honestly, for the purpose of the video, to just get either 4 of the common cards that I need to build a team, or maybe I get really lucky and get 4 uncommon cards that I need. But it'd be pretty sick to pull a legendary card out on video too, to be honest with you. So let's claim this pack real quick. And again, these are all available at NeftyBlocks. And let me just change real quick. This is signed into a different wallet. So connect this to my correct wallet. There we go. And reclaim. And now this is verifying. Boom, that has been processed. And now it gives you the option to open that pack immediately. And let's go do so. So here we go. Pack number ending in 7799. 6 random cards. Again, here are the rarities. 2% chance at legendary, 6% chance at epic, 12% chance at rare, 25% chance at uncommon, and 55% chance at common. Let's see what I can get out of this starter pack. They're going to open up pretty quickly, so I'm going to let them all open and then come back through them again. So I've got a common warrior. Holy cow! Would you believe it? On video, I popped a legendary, a 2% chance. Oh, I just popped a legendary wizard. I can't freaking believe it. That is awesome. That there alone pays for me to be able to open multiple more packs. That actually might be the legendary card that I need to be able to complete another legendary team, but that's another story for another day. Holy cow, I am so pumped about that, though. I can't tell you how exciting it is to get that legendary card. I hope every one of you that goes and does this gets a legendary card. I got a legendary cleric. Another legendary, or sorry, a legendary cleric. A common cleric. I'm still so pumped about that legendary card. Another common cleric. An uncommon rogue. And another common cleric. So this pack was loaded with common clerics in it. So from this single pack, I would not be able to build a single team out. So if I wanted to, I would need to then go to the market and purchase the other common cards to complete the full set of 4 cards that are needed in order to have all 4 wizard, warrior, rogue, and cleric to build out a team. Or you could buy another pack and try to get them that way. Heck, you might get lucky again and open another legendary card. I mean, heck, look at these legendary cards that are out there. They're worth 320 wax, 450 wax, 450 wax, 350 wax. I can't tell you how pumped I am that I just pulled that. I almost can't even concentrate right now. But anyway, I could pick up the common cards that I need to be able to complete this team, but I actually already have all 4 of them set aside, ready to go for the purpose of this video, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to come into the next step, which is going to be coming into the RAIDD Gaming site itself and clicking on Party. And when I do so, it's going to do 2 things. One, it's going to load up all of my existing teams. So you can see all my existing teams here. And then it's going to give me the option to create a new party, which is what we're going to do today. And I am going to select a cleric, and I am going to select a common cleric, and then follow that by a common warrior, wizard, and rogue. Those are the 4 cards you need to create a common team, and then you're going to be able to give your team a party name. So I'm going to name this team something to do with South Park, because I name all of my teams something to do with South Park. So let's name this one, how about Mr. Hanky's surprise. Mr. Hanky's surprise. And after you've got that team named and the 4 cards selected, you can stake that party. Now what's going to happen when you stake that party is all 4 of these cards are going to get assigned a random set of values. Those values are going to be the strength of that card as a whole. So let me scroll down to the bottom here and show you what I mean. So this is my newest team here, Mr. Hanky's Surprise. And we can see that the warrior, he's been assigned a strength score of 102.2, an agility score of 79, an intelligence score of 94.7, and a wisdom score of 79.9. Individually, today, these scores don't matter. In the future, individually, these scores are supposed to matter. But individually, they don't matter today. All that matters is what they add up to in total. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if I take a quick calculator out on my phone and I add up 102.2 plus 79 plus 94.7 plus 79.9, I get a total of 355.8. So that is the total value of this first card. So let me just write that down real quick. 355.8 is the value of this first card. My second card. This card is going to be way lower in value, because I can already just tell looking at the numbers, it's going to be way, way closer to like 300, maybe. I might even, maybe like 320. Let me do the math real quick. 87.3 plus 66.8 plus 76.6 plus 76.2. Yeah, 306.9. So out of these 2 cards, this second card is much weaker than the first card. And your goal here is to create the strongest team possible without spending too much money to make the team stronger. And let me show you what that entails. So if I click on this second card here, I get this option to re-roll the card. And that means I can increase the value of these statistics. And it costs me 0.5 RAIDD to do so. So I'm basically spending 0.5 RAIDD, and when I do so, I'm re-rolling these statistics. Now there's 2 outcomes that may happen. Outcome 1 is the statistics stay the same, and outcome 2 is they get better. There is no outcome where they get worse. So you don't have to worry about your card value going down. It can only stay the same or get better. So let's try this once. And I'm just going to remember that the first stat is 87.3, because that's the one I'll check to see if it changes or not when I re-roll this card. And again, this is going to cost me 0.5 RAIDD to do so. So let me confirm this action real quick. And put it through my wallet. And then I'm going to reload the page. I'm going to open the party section back up again. And let's scroll down to that bottom team, and let's see. Okay, so the first stat changed. Now it was 87.3, and you can see that it went down. So the individual stats can go down. It went down from 87.3 to 51.3. But that means the total value of the card has gone up. So it was 306.9. Let's see what it is now. 51.3 plus 83.2 plus 99.2 plus 98.8 equals 332.5. So this card before had a total value of 306.9, and now it has a value of 332.5. So that means that for that half of raid that I spent, I gained 25.6 points, which is awesome. But I know, just because of how much I've played this game, that that card still isn't anywhere near strong enough to make this team competitive to win me wax on a regular basis. So I'm going to try to reroll it one more time. And that top statistic is 51.3. So let's see if it gets better or not. Confirm action. Approve. Let's reload the page. Let's come back down again to the party section and back down to that bottom team. And it changed again. Ooh, and looking at this bottom number, it jumped way up. So it looks like it may have gotten a good amount stronger, but let's see. 72.6 plus 54.1 plus 66.3 plus 147.9. Okay, so it wasn't a big jump. The card is now 340.9. So I gained a little over 8 points there for that reroll. And I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to do it on all of these cards until I'm satisfied with the total strength of the entire team together. So you're going to add the value of all 4 of the cards together until you get them to a point where you feel like that team is competitive. And you can figure out if it's competitive or not simply by looking at the leaderboard from every previous week. So if I exit out of this page and I go to view leaderboards, I can look at the leaderboard from this week. And I can see that it took a score of 33,744 to win last week's tournament, the common tournament, which paid out 118 wax to the winner. So if I take, to convert between this score here and the score of your actual team itself when you're in that party section, you take this score, 33,744, you divide it by 2, and then you divide that by 10. So 1,687.2. So that means if I want to have a team that's in first place, I have to re-roll my cards enough times until all 4 of these cards, 4 stats, all added together, so all 16 of these stats equal at least 1,687.2. Now, the last thing that you have to keep in mind here while you're doing this is that these teams can only earn a certain amount of wax. And this is available in the white paper. So this white paper is essential for you to go through and be familiar with, but I'm also doing it for you right here in this video, so you don't have to go through it as much on your own. But in the white paper, it shows you that a common team is only able to earn 1,000 wax. And once it's earned 1,000 wax, that team is retired and burned. So you do not want to spend more than 1,000 wax making the team stronger using rerolls, because it means you'll never make any money from that team. An uncommon team goes 2,500 wax and then it's retired. A rare team, 5,000 wax. An epic team, 10,000 wax. And a legendary is the only super special team where it can earn 30,000 wax and then it's quote unquote retired, but the cards aren't burned. They're returned to the owner of them, and you have to start over again with them, but you don't have your cards get burned, which is a super awesome thing with the legendary cards and makes them highly valuable, and one of the reasons why I am so pumped that I just opened one in this pack. So you can see the different costs here too associated with re-rolling and entering those teams in tournaments. So a common tournament, it costs 0.5 raid to re-roll. That's also the same cost to enter a tournament. An uncommon team, it's 1.25 raid to re-roll and to enter a tournament, and so on. All the information right there for you in the RAIDD Colosseum white paper. The other awesome thing on their Discord, they have this entire new player guide. This is essentially what I just walked through right now. At least the parts of it that don't have to do with staking to earn tokens. But it's also here for you to make it super, super easy to get started in this project. Now, the only other thing that you have to do, let's say that I had re-rolled all these cards and I'm now at a point where I am happy with where the team is and I feel like it's going to be able to take a decent place every week and I want to enter it into a tournament. Well, common tournaments take place on Mondays, uncommon Tuesdays, rares on Thursdays, epics on Fridays, and legendaries on Saturdays. So the day that I'm making this video, it is epic tournaments. So I've already entered my teams for the epic tournament this week. I am really lucky to happen to have a team good enough to win the epic tournament for the past like 6 or 7 weeks in a row. It's returning me a ton of wax. It's amazing. But when I am ready to enter this team on Monday's tournament, which I'll need to do on Sunday night or Monday morning, you'll come down here to join now. And then you'll click on this button that says join now on the tournament when it comes up. If I click this now, it's going to give me an error that says this team is not an epic team. So I'll show you just so you see. Yeah, it says rarity mismatch. And you can see it already shows here that there's 20 teams entered into the epic tournament, and 2 of those teams are my own teams. There's a total prize pool of 2,660 wax up for grabs, and this tournament has a 5 raid entry fee because it is an epic tournament. So that's all it takes to enter a tournament, though. You just have to know which days to enter which tournaments. Wednesdays and Sundays are special tournaments. They are free play tournaments. You can get a team entirely for free. There's a link available on the RAIDD Gaming Discord to go get a team. It's also just here in Nefty. If you go to Nefty and you go to the drops section, let me go back to it real quick. Right here, you can see this free play section. And here you can get an entire 4 sets used for the free play tournament. And in that free play tournament, you can earn up to 250 wax before your team will get retired. So you can totally earn for free playing the game too. So I highly recommend you check this game out. I hope this was helpful to get you started in it. If you have any questions, jump on their Discord. There's a great group of mods there that are happy to help you out. Or shoot me a message. I'm happy to help you out also. Thanks so much for listening today, and look forward to seeing you in a RAIDD Gaming Colosseum tournament real soon.